I took fucking. No, go ahead.
Oh, we're live, man. On air. Thanks for joining Day Trois Qua and Skittles McStabby Pants. And we're also surprised that we're on
air. Yeah.
Oh man, I'm having so much fun trolling these forums, these Sea of Thieves forums, dude. You got no idea.
No, right.
It's so funny to see these people who are like really angry that anybody could enjoy the game in a different way.
Oh, right.
Like I don't understand it.
Yeah. Well, it's self-absorption, dude. They're fucking. Yeah, they just can't grasp the concept that somebody, can possibly, enjoy, like you said, enjoy something other than the way they fucking enjoy it.
Yeah. To be fair, though, let me be clear there, because there's PvP and PvE bros essentially, on both sides of it. Both of them sound fucking boring.
No, right.
On the one hand, you're all you're doing is just running the quest and not doing anything else, and that would get kind of boring. But on the other hand, all you're doing is sinking other ships, and that would just get really boring. I think the mix is where the enjoyment of the game comes from for me. But I can totally get that they all dig their own thing.
Right.
I just don't understand why there's this big pushback. Because even the studio, Rare Studio said they're not going to split the gaming base. They're not going to split into two different servers. They said that's never going to happen. Which is odd because they've spent so many years in production on this game, and they seem to be making all these decisions to keep the game from growing. So I'm not sure what their goal is.
Yeah, it is a little weird. Why would you say never to anything? You know what I mean?
Really.
Kind of weird.
Really, exactly. What's strange to me is, in general, historically, whenever a game has split their servers so that there's PvP, PvE, and variations there for people to choose from, it's always grown the game.
Yeah.
So it's always made more sales. It's always gotten more players involved and made the game more successful. I don't know why that would be such a big pushback against that.
Yeah, it's really weird, man.
I had one guy in the forums actually be like, look, you know what? I don't want to spend my time going out and getting treasures. So if I want to unlock the cosmetics, I need the PvE players to go out and farm treasure for me so I can steal it. And I'm like, and you wonder why I called you a narcissist. You're a narcissist. You don't have any value for anybody but yourself. I mean,
yeah, everyone else is just serving you, basically, is what the guy's saying. Yeah, and there's no concept of that.
It's so fucking funny. I've had other people who are like, I think if they did that, who had genuinely good points, that were like, it might make it more difficult for Rare to put forth new content in a really good way, because they'd have to be designing for both platforms, for PvP and for PvE. And I'm like, that actually makes sense. I mean, I get that, but
you'd essentially have two completely separate game modes that you'd have to upgrade for, or add on to both of them.
Exactly. It'd be slightly different kind of thing. I think it would work in the long run personally, but I can totally understand the concern.
Yeah. There should be workarounds. There are ways to make that easier. Those guys are pros. They should be able to handle that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. I 100% agree. I don't think it's something that's super complicated, but I don't think it's not going to involve work.
Right.
But I also wouldn't expect them to do it before, say 6 months to a year into the game at this point, because there's so many fucking glitches. There's so many mistakes and errors that are going on, and there's all these balance issues that I don't think they really thought out very well. And there's hacking and stuff that's going on that they're going to have to work on, because that's extra bad, because it's a console and a computer game, and the groups are mixed.
Oh, geez, okay.
So that's even worse. So if you're on a console, like, you can't really do anything about cheaters. You can't even cheat yourself if you were inclined. I mean, not that you should, but
Right.
yeah. So it's just one of those unfortunate things where it's like there's a lot of shit that they really didn't. It's like I bought a beta.
Yeah.
Oh, they've posted a new article. I'm curious to see what they're gonna say. I'll have to check that out later. But it just blows my mind. Like, on the one hand, they're doing so well. I'm trying to find the tweet to retweet the hangout, so people know that we're live, because that's what we need, more audience.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's almost like they're falling into that trap that some artists fall into, where it's like, you can only enjoy my work the way I choose to have my work enjoyed. If that makes sense. Like, you have to, I don't know if that makes sense. Does it?
Yeah. No, I got you. It's almost like, that's not what this was. So if you don't like it, get the fuck out.
Exactly. Yeah. Like, I'm the creator. You have to like it the way I like it, and you can't have any issues with it.
Right. Otherwise, again, get the fuck out.
Yeah. I'm worried that's because, well, I mean, one of the things that really is concerning to me is, oh, my brain just fucking froze for a minute there. They had a guy who basically cheated his way to the top spot. Legend, the pirate legend. If you get level 50 in all 3 of the different things you can do there, you become a pirate legend. And right now, that's the highest level in the game, kind of thing. It's the most well known. Like, that's the big aim.
Yeah,
right
that's
now,
the level cap.
Yeah, until like in 3 months when they put out like more content, then they're probably going to like raise the level cap, and there will be other things you can do, like higher than pirate legend kind of thing.
Yeah.
And a dude cheated his way to the top in like 4 days.
Oh,
and what he did was, he was a streamer, so he had all of his fans go in and like get a bunch of loot, and then kick one of the people would get kicked or quit out on their own, because there'd be 4 people who were in on it, and then they would invite him. He would join in for the cash in. So he would do none of the work, play none of the game, and just come in to get like paid out, essentially.
Right. And rob someone else who actually did put in the work.
Well, it's not that he's robbing anyone else, because they chose to let him do it. Like, they weren't being forced.
Oh, right. Okay.
Right. It basically makes the legendary status sort of meaningless for anybody else, because all these other people are actually working really hard.
Yeah,
and some
people
other
are
guy
actually
put
grinding.
some other guy put in a ton of work and actually did it legitimately in 5 days. But he'll never get that recognition of being the first, because Rare never said anything.
Yeah, they're kind of like tacitly allowing it.
I'd have banned him and said, sorry, his legendary status is revoked.
Yeah.
Or set him to 0. And said, nah, you actually have to play the game, man.
Yeah, there's definitely ways. Because, if I was the other dude, I would be fucking furious that I just grinded like that fucking nonstop. Dude probably didn't sleep for 5 fucking days. You know what I mean? Or very little for 5 fucking days. Yeah, he probably
took like little hour naps here and there.
Yeah. And to fucking get beat by some dude just fucking... that would be infuriating, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking bullshit.
I don't know, man. It's a trip to me, because it's like they took all this time to make this video game, and now, in their efforts to be transparent, basically they're giving a middle finger to a lot of their player base.
Yeah, it's really weird, man.
So it's like advocating the kind of trolly griefing behavior. Not necessarily advocating, but just not saying, yes, we see this and acknowledge that for some people this is an issue, and we're going to try to figure out some sort of solution. Like, nobody's expecting them to be like, we know exactly. Well, nobody rational is expecting them to be like, this is what we're going to do, and it's going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it would be nice if they said, hey, look, we recognize that a lot of people have this concern. Here's a thread. We're going to read through this thread. Put your concerns in here, and we'll look through all of it before figuring out and making any kind of decision. Like, you don't even have to commit. You just have to actually acknowledge and be more communicative with your audience.
Yeah, just say, hey, we're looking into it. Comment here with what problems you're seeing, and that's it, dude.
Because even then, if like, in a month or so, they were like, look, we've heard all of your complaints. We don't think that there's any actions we can take that will solve the problem.
Mm-hmm. Right. So yeah, that would be something. That would mean they at least, again, acknowledged the fucking fan base, looked into it, and said, "Look, we can't do anything about it."
It'd be much bigger than like the sort of middle finger of silence that we're getting. Although it could be that they're all just desperately working on fixing the issues that are parts that are broken.
Right.
Because right now, you have 2 weapon slots in the game, right? Like you can have like a sword, and then there's a couple different guns, and you can choose whichever you want in 2 weapon slots. Right. There's a glitch where you only have 1 available, so you can only have 1 weapon instead of 2.
Yeesh.
To fix it is to pick the pistol, put it in your weapon slot, and then kill yourself.
Jesus,
there's no negative. You don't really lose anything but like a minute or 2 of time by killing yourself. But it's fucking funny that they're like, we've thought about this. Suicide is the answer.
That's our solution. Like, seriously, KYS people, KYS.
It was pretty fucking funny when I was like, wait a minute, and then kill yourself in game? Really? Suicide is so rarely the answer, but apparently in this case, it'll fix everything.
So that was the actual official response of Rare or the fucking company?
That was their official fucking like way to solve it.
Yeah. All right, we don't know what we're doing, but in the meantime, this works. Fucking kill yourself.
It was exactly that. Let's see if I'm gonna look real quick and see if I can find it. Beard errors, lavender beard error. Okay, I don't even know what that shit is.
Oh, sounds interesting though. Lavender beard error. Wow, I'd be mad. Come out with a fucking pirate with a lavender colored beard.
What is the lavender beard error? Wait, the lavender beard error can arise if new players are temporarily prevented from joining the game as part of an effort to resolve server issues. Oh, this is bizarre. I didn't even know why they would call that a lavender beard error. I don't know. Their forum is really, really bad.
Yeah, is that some kind of code? Lavender beard turns out is some kind of fucking janky code word for
that. Oh, I did put a really good trolley post up on the forum. So I basically was like, if you're getting tired of just being sunk all the time, if everybody follows these 2 pieces of advice, you'll basically force Rare into making some different choices. I don't think anybody will, but
right.
You can vote to scuttle your ships. You can sink your own boat. And so I was like, if at any point somebody's trying to attack you, just sink your own boat if you have no treasure. Right? So then they don't get any of the fun out of it. And you get spawned somewhere further away so you can like go back to enjoying your game however you want to enjoy it. And then the other one is if you do have loot, you can sail off the edge of the map because there's no way they can get the loot that way. Your boat will still sink. Like you sink it. Basically, the further you get off the edge of the map, the more damage your boat takes until it sinks.
Right.
Until it starts taking just constant damage, like just constantly poking new holes in the bottom of your ship that you can't fix it fast enough to repair. So if you die there, all your loot will just pop up where they can't get to it. And I'm like, so that way you can actually like ruin the sort of PvP aspect of it. And if enough people do that, then Rare would eventually have to like, all right, fine, we'll figure out, like split the servers or something. I don't think anybody's going to listen.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, but it's like
just ignoring everything.
Yeah, well, I mean, the only way to get Rare to listen is to create an issue because they're dealing with so many other issues. So if you want to like force a change, you got to really like push it a different way. Unfortunately,
Yeah, you almost have to annoy enough of the fucking player base.
Yeah.
For Rare to fucking
weird.
notice.
It's weird because they're both such narrow parts of the game that it would be so what do you call it?
Like so contentious.
Polarizing. So polarizing is what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Where it's almost like left versus right politically.
Right,
Like
right.
It's that level of animosity between the two groups.
Yeah.
Whereas like I just like doing both the things. Like, I'm playing. I like doing it all. It's fun.
Yeah. Right.
Sometimes
right.
I sink. Sometimes I get sunk. Sometimes I sink boats. It's all fun and games. That's the whole point of it. But sometimes I also just go out and fight skeleton captains on fucking islands, or raid a skeleton fort, or go and solve riddles and dig up buried treasures. I mean, there's a lot of other fun stuff to do, and there will be even more. And I don't understand why you just want to do one or the other.
Yeah. No, it's kind of bizarre that they don't see that potential. Or again, they may, like you were saying earlier, they may just want to avoid having to come with this, essentially have two separate games and have to come up with content for each.
Yeah. Well, I was just thinking the players, like, it's weird that they would be polarized to that level.
Yeah, that is pretty bizarre that there's so many people that are so angrily on one side or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is pretty weird.
Although the people that are angrily against things that I've said, it's probably because I'm an asshole. And I'm really good at trolling.
Yeah, like fucking people.
And I'm very subtle at calling people like really nasty things online. So those people are justified 100% in being angry.
Yeah. Once they realize how badly they're being fucked with, they're so furious.
I don't think they realize it. They still think I'm like they think I want to play PvE, I think. Like they're like, you just can't play the game, man. You're just terrible at the game. Like, okay, dude. So fun.
Like, dude, I just want to fucking piss you off. I don't feel strong.
I just pick the people that are like rude and inappropriate and like mean to people for no reason instead of having real conversations. I'm like, well, I've got a lot of extra time. And so instead of having these people, waste somebody else's time, I'll fuck with them for a while.
Yeah. Anybody who has the attitude of your opinion is wrong should be fucked with, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Your subjective opinion is wrong. It is incorrect. Yeah.
It's so good. Well, there's a very subtle difference though. The PvE players are saying, hey, PvP is fine and that's great, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. We want our own servers to just do our thing and not be bothered.
Right.
And the PvP players are saying, you shouldn't have a choice. You should have to be playing the game I want to play it.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
And it's, because they're saying, well, the game was designed that way, and if you don't like it, go play, My Little Pony or something else. Usually it's some other, childlike title of a game that I'm not sure really exists, to be honest.
Oh, there's got to be a My Little Pony game, dude.
Oh yeah, fair point. But it's something you just play with your Barbie dolls kind of thing.
Yeah. Essentially, insulting him.
Go play with your Barbies.
Yeah.
Oh, I sent you a video of Ted Cruz.
Yeah. Did you just send it to me, or is that right?
Just sent it to you.
Okay.
I did like your yodeling Asian guy with the chickens video, but I've seen that several times before. It's fucking glorious, though.
Yeah, that was Hearth, wasn't it?
Or was that Hearth that sent that? I thought that was you. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, no, I was definitely not familiar with that, dude.
Oh, okay. I missed. I got confused that it was the Day-Twa Quapla. Oh, yeah. So it was the one where all three of us are on the DMs there. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't know what the hell he was talking about when he fucking brought that up.
Oh, I'd seen that chicken Asian yodeling video a bunch of times on other shows.
Yeah, right.
For some reason, it was like really popular, like 2 or 3 years ago.
Kind of like the screaming goats thing.
Yeah, exactly. And like everybody would show you like a clip of that video, and then you'd have to like, because it's on YouTube, so you can't like. I think there's like a certain amount of seconds you can play before you have to worry about copyright striking and stuff.
Yeah.
So they would show like the 3 seconds or something of it, and you'd have to go find it yourself.
Yeah, that is always kind of weird. Like, I guess if you can go like, I think it's actually like 20 seconds or something like that. Like, as long as you don't go 20 seconds without pausing, you'll actually get away with it and get through it.
Huh. That's a bizarre one.
Yeah. And again, I may be incorrect on the time thing there, but for some reason I thought it was 20 seconds.
Yeah, I don't know, man. As far as I'm concerned, it really should just be if it's whether or not you're profiting directly off of that work, like if it's the focus of what you're doing. So essentially, if you're basically like you're playing the song and trying to sell the song, like that should be and get money instead of so the person who originally made it getting paid. That should be like the point where they get to sue you,
right,
or shut you down. But if you're doing something completely different, and that's like a song playing in the background or something, I don't really think it should fucking matter.
Yeah,
that's silly. Like, how parsimonious do we need to be?
If you're just happen to be listening to the radio in the background while you're doing the streaming thing or whatever.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of video gamers that do video game streaming, and then they have like music playing. And it's like obviously the video game is the focus. That's what they're making money is the content they're making by playing the video game.
That's
just it happens to be there.
Yeah, the music's essentially is background noise.
Yeah.
So
I don't think it gets banned on Twitch. I think Twitch, because it's not illegal, it's not violating copyrights. YouTube is just imposing that arbitrarily. Because as far as I know, it actually is legal to do that because Twitch doesn't have any issues with that.
Right.
So they stream all the time, play their music, and nobody gets copyright bans or gets money taken away or any of that bullshit.
Yeah, so that obviously should be fine anyway. It's not like they're being a DJ, you know what I mean, and playing fucking like that. It's not like that's the main focus or anything.
Yeah, then they should have to pay for the rights to play the song like that because that's all they're doing. They're just playing the songs and getting views that way.
Yeah, if that were the main focus, that would be different. Yeah.
Well, it's honestly, I think the video game YouTubers, like the ones that make Let's Plays and stream the video games, I do think they should be giving a small percentage of what they are making to the studios that made the game.
Yeah, I don't really have a problem with that.
Some sort of use fee.
Yeah, I don't think it should be much, to be honest.
I'm thinking like 5% of the gross or something like that.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right. They're definitely, profiting off of that usage.
Yeah. I mean, if you're playing a video game and you put out a video and you make $20,000 off of playing that video game, having to give $500 to the studio that made the game is a pretty reasonable thing. Like that would be, I think that's about 5%. I'm not sure.
Yeah, math sounds close enough.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3.
Can't bother to fucking double check you.
Yeah, $500. Yeah. So if you made $10,000 by putting a video out of somebody's video game, 5% would be paying the studio like $500. That's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, you're still $9,500 richer. You're still doing all right.
Well, and even if you made $100, you're still only paying $5.
Yeah, exactly.
But then the video game company at least gets something out of it. I mean, obviously the promotion of the game and other people seeing it is beneficial as well. But let's be fair, they made that game.
Yeah.
really had nothing to do with it.
Yeah, they should get a token amount out of that. I think Nintendo insists on it. Nintendo makes you.
Well, Nintendo for a long time, I'm not sure if they still do, but for a long time just wouldn't allow it.
Mm. Oh,
So
right,
any Nintendo games things just got immediately like taken down.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of weird. And I think it's because it's different culture. Like Nintendo is very much a Japanese company.
Right.
And so I think it's a totally different culture thing. And I don't think they understood. In fact, I think they still don't really understand how everybody feels about that.
Yeah.
Plus, they're not going to fucking really lose sales. They make so much fucking money hand over fist with their products because their products are like halfway toys anyway.
Right. Yeah. Although again, all those companies are kind of. I'm surprised Sony doesn't do that, man. To be honest with you, Sony is a big company.
I think they saw the amount of people who were pissed off at Nintendo and just decided it was better PR not to deal with it.
Yeah,
or to make it up to the video game companies instead.
Yeah, they probably analyze the bottom line and says, yeah, as badly as we want to do this, it's going to hurt our bottom line. Like, we'll make more money if we just let them do this.
Yeah, I think they realize that the promotional value of it is so much higher than what you would stand to gain by shutting down the videos or taking the money or something like that.
Yeah.
And in fact, some studios actually actively try to pay YouTubers to play their games.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, there's a lot of the smaller channels that are like 30,000, 40,000 viewer channels, where, that guy got paid, $1,000 to play that game in a video because it reached 30 or 40,000 people, So there is that. So I think there's at least the studios are seeing like the benefit. I mean, Sea of Thieves, for instance, very specifically were like during their alpha and beta testing, when people were just testing the game out, they were like, post whatever you want. There's no NDA. You can make Let's Plays, whatever you want to do, you go for it.
Right.
And that resulted in a huge amount of fucking like they said they got like quadruple the number of sales they expected. So so they anticipated like a fourth the number, plus we're almost coming up. See, my thing is I think they're getting a lot of people playing on the free pass thing for Xbox.
Oh, gotcha.
And I think the servers are temporarily flooded with a lot of people who really aren't going to stick around.
Right. Yeah, they're just playing it because while it's free, and they're not going to keep going with that.
Exactly. And I think that's going to change a lot of the player dynamics, which is why I wouldn't want Rare to make any decisions on any sort of like on too much as far as balancing the game or PvP, PvE stuff yet, because once those free pass people are gone, it's going to change the dynamic of how the game, how people play. So like in another, week or two, all those free pass people will be gone, and it'll probably be a totally different experience.
Yeah. You'll get the true numbers at that point. And,
well, you also get people who actually care about, getting the gold to get the cosmetics. Because really the whole point is you get to dress your pirate in cool outfits and like change their gear to look really cool. And you gain gold for that purpose. And then the levels are sort of like a prestige thing. Like other people can be like, holy shit, you're a pirate legend? That's cool. That's why you want to earn it. Plus you get better missions to get even more gold kind of thing. So you'll be, set to whatever the next thing comes out, you'll be ready to buy it or whatever. You don't have to wait.
Right.
But like that's it, because you can't level your characters up like they don't actually change the way the character functions.
Yeah, so it's not like it's in Pirate Legend guy is super overpowered and he can just like flick a fucking beginner and kill him. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
The pirate legend can die just as easily as the very first day pirate.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, man.
It's
pretty cool
that's why I bought the game. Like, I love the pirate theme and stuff, but I also really like that they were like, look, we're just going to leave everybody at the same level. So it's never going to be like whoever paid like $20 is now like a god. And anytime you run into that guy, you're screwed.
Yeah, no, it's the issue. It's the issue I have with the game that I play, dude.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Those cell phone games are almost all pay to win. Big time.
Yeah. Yeah. It is funny how proud of themselves those guys are. Like, motherfucker, all you did was pay hundreds of dollars for a goddamn fucking mobile game. And you're bragging about how fucking good you are.
You should be ashamed, honestly, that you spent that much money on a fucking mobile game.
Yeah. I tell them that all the fucking time, man. Especially like the one dude I had mentioned. Like, I was like, dude, you're fucking pathetic. Because again, the dude that I was talking about thinks people are just haters, and they're like, no, we're mocking you because you're a fucking idiot. He thinks he's fucking special because he paid a bunch of money to win this, to be one of the best in this game, and he doesn't understand that he's a fucking low-cow, which just makes it that much better, actually. I got a $200,000 Maserati.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I haven't seen him in a while, though. I'm fucking disappointed. The guy is so unintentionally hilarious, dude.
Yeah, what is it? You said the guy will always like talk about like, I have a Rolex for like no reason.
Yeah, he will shoehorn it in at the fucking drop of a hat, at the fucking slightest opportunity. He will bring up how rich he is and what he has. He'll bring up a Maserati and his Rolex, and that he's going to be buying a Porsche, and that it gets ridiculous, dude. Yeah, and he really thinks that people are just jealous and people are just haters, and nobody fucking cares. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't grasp that concept that nobody fucking cares. Nobody's jealous. Nobody's hating. We're making fun of you because you think that fucking matters.
Yeah, like, why would I give a shit if somebody else has a Maserati? Like, that's...
Yeah.
Especially it's not even somebody I know or will ever meet in the real world. Like,
yeah. And there are definitely people that are like that would be jealous of people's success or, whatever. But I think a vast majority of people just don't fucking care.
Yeah. Oh, hello to Noob Killer in the chat. Says he sounds like whore.
Yeah. But yeah, it is kind of amazing how seriously they take this shit. Yeah. And at this point, like, I feel like I should quit because I do put too much fucking time into this shit. And although it is kind of the one good thing with the like building up taking so long as you longer and longer as you go on is you don't have to fuck with the game nearly as much. Like, if a building takes I'm to the point where literally upgrading something can take over a day. Like, once I get the materials to do it, it takes over a day to actually upgrade something. Yeah. So it's to the point where I can just do that and then fucking be done with it for a long fucking time.
Yeah, so that helps. I had the same experience with Fallout Shelter. Like, at first, you got to check in every 30 or 40 minutes, and you get to go do like little missions where your characters have trained up in their stats or whatever, because you're building like a little underground radiation bunker kind of thing. Like, your Fallout Shelter, the whole thing is you're in like a nuclear shelter, and then the world got nuked, so you're building your shelter rooms and making it better for your survivors and keeping them alive and breeding more of them and kind of thing like that. And so you can up their stats and you can get better weapons and build better weapons and armor to send them out into the wasteland to bring back stuff that they need.
Right, right.
And there's no other. It's completely single player. Like you're not interacting with anyone else.
Right.
After a while, like you start training, and it's like, oh yeah, we'll just check back in like a day because there's nothing you can do for like 4 hours, or you can pay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah.
New Killers just play a real game. Look, Fallout Shelter was fun. I didn't like play it like it was a real video game. I just was having fun with it while I was waiting to, killing time between playing other games.
Yeah, no, mine actually started out. I think I downloaded it because I got like free tokens or something on whatever other site, or free lives or something like that. And I had no intention of doing anything other than playing it for 5 minutes to get that reward and then deleting it. And now I'm fucking all the way, I'm fucking over a month into this fucking thing.
Yeah, those things can be pretty addictive. Well, you've also got the social aspect of it where you're actually like talking with other people and you're comparing like what you've done to what other people have done to see like who's got a better castle kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, and then you join. Obviously there's different allegiances or whatever, and I think that's where I fucked up because I was at a crossroads where I was like, all right, it's literally like it's not, there's not an official paywall. It's kind of an unofficial paywall where you get to a point where you have to grind really hard to progress. Like I'm at like level 13 on almost everything. It took me like a week, probably a week and a half, to do the final upgrading for level 13. So last night I basically found a dude that had a bunch of the material I needed, which is wood in this case. And I had to continuously attack him. And even then, I had to have a bunch of boxed up wood that I had to open up and build up the wall or whatever. But yeah, it's like you got to grind like a fucking lot, and you have to attack other people, and you have to make sure nobody attacks you in the meantime and takes your shit, because you have a certain amount that's protected. But once you're above that amount, like you're a fucking, if anybody scouts you and sees how much you have. In fact, that happened right at the end. I was going for the last little bit that I needed, and fucking sure enough, dude's fucking scouting me. And I'm like, God damn it, I'm this fucking close, and now they're gonna fucking scout me. Yeah, but luckily I pulled it off in time. But yeah, I had to put a lot of fucking effort into doing that. It was either that or buy $1 million of the resource, with real world money. Which is again what a lot of people do.
Yeah, I fell into that trap. I bought some stuff from Fallout Shelter. It was a free game, and I probably put like $40 or $50 into it, just buying like the little items that sped it up.
Yeah, and on a scale of 1 to 10, how proud are you of that fact, dude?
How proud am I? Like, it'd be like a -10.
Right.
But I have to be honest, I did buy it.
Yeah. No, that was my point, dude. Is you know better, dude. Like,
it was small purchases at a time. So, like to be clear, you spend like $2 or $3, right? And you don't do it again for like a week, and then but then you look back and you're like, holy shit, I did that a lot.
Right. That shit adds up. I've spent like $30 or $40 on this shit. That's how they get you.
Yep. Well, I figure I probably got as many hours out of it as I do from like most like $40, $50 games.
Right.
So I'm not too far in the hole. It was dumb. Noob Killer's just be happy you're not playing Warframe because it's a strong drug. So I assume that's a very addictive game as well. There's a lot of fucking addictive games. Sea of Thieves, man. Jesus Christ. I must have spent like 5 or 6 hours straight last night.
Yeah. No, I've had a few games over the years like that. Most recently would have to be Skyrim. Where you just fucking, and that's not even an online game. That's just a fucking, single player game. Yeah. I'm trying to think of some over the years. GTA Vice City. I played a shitload of that game. Any of the Zelda games. Pretty much. GoldenEye from the old 64. Holy shit, dude. Me and my friends
Final Fantasy. I have played a lot of the Final Fantasy games for a lot of hours.
Dude, I've never gotten into the Final Fantasy, man. I just don't like the RPGs, dude. I don't like not being able to control your character. Like, just telling it, hey, attack that thing. I don't like that, dude.
We, me and like two of my friends when I was in fucking grade school, spent a whole day playing through Final Fantasy, the first one.
All right.
Just playing it from beginning to end nonstop.
Wow.
So in one session, we would take turns so like people could sleep.
Right.
And we would just take turns and like, all right, your turn to fucking build experience for like an hour. I'm gonna fucking pass out now. And then like,
it's your watch, buddy.
When it would get boring.
Your turn to take the watch.
And we did that. It must have been a good 24 straight hours.
Mm-hmm.
At least 24 straight hours. It's hard to remember because it's a long ass time ago.
Right.
But we did beat the game and pretty easily.
Right.
Because we leveled everything up to like max. Because it's much easier to build levels when you just like do it for a set amount of time and then hand it off to somebody else to keep going.
Yeah, because grinding gets pretty old, dude. Like, I don't mind doing it. Like my son doesn't have the patience for it yet. But I don't mind doing it at all. But even for me, at some point, I'm just like, all right, enough. I can't fucking grind anymore.
Well, that's pretty much all Sea of Thieves is, as far as like the PvE aspect of it. Mm-hmm. It's literally you go to an island, you either dig up a treasure, collect an animal to deliver, or kill a skeleton crew and their captain to bring a skull back.
Skeleton crew. That's so fucking perfect.
Is it not? It's absolutely perfect. And like literally you have to like follow, you have to search the island and you'll hear like music, and when it gets louder, you're getting closer. And they literally just come up out of the ground.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
So you got to fight off like 2 or 3 waves of just regular skeletons.
Right.
And then the final wave where it's a bunch of skeletons, and one of them is like a super strong one that's a captain.
Oh, gotcha.
And when he dies, he drops a skull that you can sell for money.
Yeah, interesting.
It's pretty. It's the whole thing is a blast. It is $60 on either the Xbone or the Microsoft or the Windows 10. Like apparently it won't play on any other version of Windows, which is real shitty.
It's crazy.
Well, I gotta say, I wouldn't be playing the game now if I didn't have Windows 10. I would never have bothered changing to Windows 10 just to play a video game. So I don't know why they're doing that. That's silly.
Right.
But I think Xbone, the Xbone is probably the better way to go.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds cool, man. It's fucking
5 hours. If you get with a good group of people. So really the thing that makes that game fun or not fun is finding a good fun group of people to play the game with.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So there's a lot of people that play the game with no microphone.
Oh yeah.
And at this point, it's 2018. Get a goddamn mic.
Yeah. No, I used to get so fucking furious. That did remind me of another game that I was obsessed with for a while was the Nazi zombie shit on like World at War, like Call of Duty World at War.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I spent a lot of time fucking playing the Der Riese map, Der Riese, which I think means the giant or whatever, in Germany, in German. But yeah, it was one of the last download DLC maps. And dude, I fucking spent countless hours playing online. But yeah, I would literally not ready up unless everybody that was playing had a fucking microphone.
Yeah, there's no point, especially if you require communication to be even remotely successful.
Yeah, and you can kind of communicate like just by gestures of your character, but that's pretty fucking. It is definitely not an exact science. Plus, the thing that used to piss me off is because you get a certain amount of points to open the door, or, to progress on to other areas. You'll get the fucking assholes that refuse to spend any of their fucking points on opening shit. I fucking hate that.
And you can't fucking say anything because they don't have a mic, so there's no communicating with them.
Yeah, like you can fucking try to like, well, you can't pause your game, but like you can try to send them a message, but your game's actively going, like, zombies are chasing you down as you're trying to message somebody.
Then you're trying to message them like, asshole, open a fucking door.
Yeah, spend your, we've all spent our fucking points. We've all got to fucking do a little bit of grinding to get, to the, through
so
the,
is there
open
like
up
a
the
benefit
map.
to them for keeping the points or something?
Oh, well, yeah, you can buy, additional weapons. You can try the box to get better weapons. You can, get the perks.
Okay.
Like you'd
So you're
have
selfishly basically wasting it on shit that they didn't necessarily need.
Yeah, well, you kind of do need it. But the point is, like, everybody should be contributing about the same to opening everything.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I think I've seen some Let's Plays of that.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. It's infuriating, dude. Yeah, or people that like
coordinate opening doors and stuff, then you'll have like one person with no money who ends up dying and just ending it for everybody. Or
and for me, like if I had more points than anybody, I'd be like, okay, you get this one, I'll get the next one because the next one's like 1,250 instead of the 750 or 1,000 that this door is. Or vice versa. Most people are really good about it. But there's some assholes that are just like, no, I need to get my Juggernog. Because there's like in that game, and Derice specifically, you had like these sodas that you drank that powered you up. Like one of them was a double tap where it would shoot your bullets twice as fast. Juggernog where you could get hit. Like normally it would be like 2 hits close together and you'd be dead. Like Juggernog makes you where it's like 6 hits.
Isn't there one that makes you go faster, like walk around super fast?
Right. Yeah, there's not on that one. There isn't, but there usually is on games like that. Trying to think of the other ones. Quick revive, where like if you're picking someone up, it takes like less than half the time it normally would to revive the character. What were the other ones? God damn it! How am I fucking forgetting this? Stamina. Okay, yeah. So there's at least four. Why am I fucking blanking on this? Oh, the quick reload thing. Yeah, I forget. The name escapes me, but being able to reload way faster. Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
Reloading big.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Especially if you have one of the fucking like the MG42 or God damn it, what the fuck is that big ass box of a fucking machine gun from World War II? Damn it. All right. Yeah. The one that has like the holes in the barrel.
And it's belt fed.
Yeah. I can't think of the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Like the reload time on that thing, even with the speed up, it fucking takes a bit. But having the speed up definitely makes a huge difference. Where it's only like 4 or 5 seconds instead of like 12 seconds trying to reload while zombies are bearing down on you. Yeah.
Is that called the saw?
No. It might be like a nickname, but yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'll find it because this is going to kind of bug me.
No, I totally dig what you're saying. Oh, what's interesting is I realized why I find the silly forum shit so entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
Is the PvP bros remind me a lot of the blood sports people.
Oh, right.
But like, if you don't like it, then you should just fucking go away because you're a pussy.
Yeah.
Like, instead of like, oh, maybe you're pointing out like some pretty valid criticisms, and I can, maybe focus on the arguments and try to like come up with why I don't agree with you, kind of thing.
Nope, you're a pussy and you're a liar.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was the M2. I don't know how I didn't remember that. The Madus.
Oh, M2. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Good old Madus.
Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of kind of cool machine guns that are belt fed. Some of them have like, it's belt fed, but the belt is fed through a box.
Mm-hmm.
Is most of the time. So it's like a big ass box you fucking clip on the front of it. or the side of it or something.
Yeah, the M2 is fucking huge. Like in the game, you're carrying it around, and like they at least made it where you can't run nearly as fast, so it's kind of realistic. But it would be incredibly hard to regularly run around with that fucking thing, dude.
Oh yeah, even with adrenaline, it's still going to take a toll.
Yeah. Yeah, or the other one.
You just assume, like in those games, you're like the best of the best of the best, you know?
Right.
You're the last one alive in the zombie apocalypse trying to fucking make it through.
Yeah, yeah. Or the MG34. I think I said MG32 before, but that was like the German one. That one actually reloaded a lot faster, although it still took forever. But yeah, that was like one of the best weapons in the game. And the PPSH, Papa Shots, that was a pretty good one. All right. Anyway.
Well, I'm following what you're saying. I've played some FPSs. My FPSs were mostly Halo games, though.
Oh, gotcha.
Similar kind of guns, just with totally different names.
Yeah.
There'd be like the assault rifle, and then there'd be like the alien carbine, and then there'd be like the fucking needler and stuff like that. So, I mean, plasma cannons and shit. So it's totally different, but all basically the same mechanics.
Yeah, it's still essentially the same, classes of weapons or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. There were ones that were like bigger and weren't as easy to wield or to aim, but they did more damage and
or the sniper type ones and that kind of shit. Yeah.
Pardon me there.
Yeah.
Fucking. Oh, you know what's interesting is there's well, they're still trying to get a Republican into the governorship of California. Like, there's a lot of push on advocating for that, but there's a lot of states that are opting out of the sanctuary stuff.
Oh, right.
Not states, cities in California.
Like
little by little, all these other cities are being like, yeah, we want no part of that. Can we still get federal money?
Yeah.
Just because people are talking about like cutting federal funding off to California. There's all these cities that are like, that sounds awful, and we agree with you, Mr. Government. So
yeah,
I'm interested to see where that eventually goes. Like, if that's going to be enough for California to eventually just be like, all right, fine, we'll follow the law.
Yeah, it's tough to tell, man. Like I said, some of these leftists are just so fucking hardcore that, well, again, you got to have a complete lack of pragmatism to hold the positions they hold, for one thing. So, I don't know, man. Just incredibly frustrating.
Well, I mean,
people don't seem to want to acknowledge reality.
There's people that still think that Russia hacked the voting machines.
Yeah.
Like, at no point were they ever connected to the internet, so I'm not sure how they think that worked.
Yeah.
Like, magically hacked through the fucking power lines? I mean, the data was trained, but that was such a short period of time. Like, unless they somehow knew when that was going to happen, there's no fucking way. I mean, it's just not.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, dude. There's no fucking proof of it, but these people they want to believe it, so they fucking believe it. Like, it's as simple as that, basically. They don't care if there's any facts. So they're not going to look into it. They're so, it's a lot easier to just believe what you want to believe for most people.
Yeah. Exactly. It's unfortunate.
Yeah, because I mean, again, it honestly is kind of like maddening, and also just this kind of wears you down, having to constantly look shit up. I guess for most people, they're just kind of taking the easy way out of, I'm just going to believe whatever my fucking ideology says, and not think about it and not research anything. Tedious, I guess, is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then the thing is, it's like, hey, man, you know what? If it turned out that they came out with incontrovertible evidence tomorrow that Trump was legitimately a Russian agent, I'd be fucking done. Like,
Yeah.
fuck him. Let's fucking hang him.
Right,
Like,
right. Well, that's the thing. This is kind of like right out of the fucking the radical playbook is accuse your opponent of doing the bullshit that you're doing.
oh, I see what yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
like
because then they can't.
It's more like Hillary and Obama were doing.
Yeah, exactly. So that again, it's pretty fucking smart because again, then it just looks weird when it sounds like a no, you are like you know what I mean when you fucking turn it back on them.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. That's a weird situation. I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
I'm wondering, like, it's looking like this silly fucking fake investigation bullshit is literally going to go for 4 fucking years. Yeah. And Trump is going to win the next 4 years. Like, that's pretty much guaranteed.
Yeah.
They've already started building the wall. People are thrilled. People are getting more jobs. The taxes got cut. I'd be shocked if he didn't win the next 4 years. There's really nobody is going to compare to him on the left right now. They just don't have anybody to fucking even come close to the popularity.
Yeah.
I mean, if Oprah was really going to run, I'd be a little concerned.
Right.
Just because she's so well known that might be enough to push her over the edge. But as it stands right now, like, they got nothing.
Right. Yeah, well, again, that's kind of the world we live in now, like, where celebrities, can get elected to public office like that. Even the fucking president. Like, Oprah has no fucking business running the fucking country, dude. Like, she was somewhat a business person, but really she made her fucking money by being a good talk show host. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Trump's whole thing was fucking business and that and making deals and shit. Oprah didn't do any of that, dude, or very little.
Well, she does have like $1 billion net worth from like her network and stuff. So I mean, there's some that she's done, but it's all very specific.
Yeah, but again, most of it's due to the fact that people really liked her talk show. It wasn't necessarily her business acumen. That fucking
absolutely. No, I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm just saying, like, she's at least got some experience with business as opposed to, like, Joe Blow off the fucking street.
Right.
Although, to be fair, I'd rather have Joe Blow off the street than either Trump or
right.
To be fair, like, the plumber down the street would probably do a better job.
Yeah, this is true, man. Yeah, but no, that's, again, the reason Trump got elected. A big part of it is the fact that people were fed up with the fucking status quo shit.
Yeah.
So you get to the point where people like Trump and Oprah seem like viable options.
Yeah.
But that's how fucking corrupt and bullshit, how much bullshit there is and how much corruption there is. We're like, yeah, let's fucking let's put Trump in there. Which again, he's a businessman, so it does make sense. In some level, and he's doing, seemingly a pretty good fucking job. If anybody bothered to notice, again, nothing perfect because there's some shit that fucking bugged the hell out of me. But for the most part, I think he's been pretty spot on in a lot of shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, he really hasn't done a bad job at all. He's done a great job.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what his approval rating and all that shit would be if he had just at least just a mostly objective media, like just that, not even biased towards him, just objective.
Yeah,
he would probably be pretty goddamn popular right now.
Oh yeah, most people would be like, yeah, absolutely. He's doing a great job. Why would we not vote him back in?
Right. And I think a lot more people are waking up to that fact that holy shit,
that's what I'm saying. Like, taxes are down, the walls being built, gay people aren't hanging from the trees.
Right.
It wasn't quite the fucking never panned out. So
yeah, it wasn't quite the fascist nightmare that everybody fucking portrayed it to be.
Oh man, Oh, Sensoka in the chat. I missed that because I was doing some other stuff. Trump, Sarah Palin for the next election.
Damn.
Trump Palin. I would vote for it. That'd be hella funny.
Oh God. Fucking
I'd
Sarah
vote for it
Palin's
knowing
so
that Sarah
retarded.
Palin blew him to get the position.
Right. Damn. She's so retarded. Yeah. I fucking don't like Sarah Palin, dude. Ugh.
Oh, I don't blame you, man. I really don't.
Yeah. Although again, it would be entertaining.
Pretty fucking down.
Yeah, she's fucking retarded. Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, son of a bitch! You know what?
Mm-hmm.
This explains so much. I was having all these problems with my video game the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday, I was playing for like 5 hours. I said, and I'm like, my mouse kept going like my going off the screen and not and like unfocusing on what do you call it, the game, and fucking shit would go weird and I wouldn't be able to aim right. And now I'm watching my little mouse cursor on the screen just move around in little weird circles on its own. I'm like, oh, that's what was fucking happening.
Yeah, the mouse is fucked up.
Damn it, that sucks. And Hillary Palin, they could lose to Hitler. Yeah, you know, to be honest, if it was literally like just, we're gonna fucking resurrect Hitler and he's gonna run on his own for president of the United States against Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin, I honestly think Hitler might have a chance, man.
Yeah, as fucking sad as it is. There's no telling where fucking Hillary would have taken things.
I'm not Jewish. I got blue eyes and like brown blonde hair. I'm good.
I pass as Germanic. That's Aryan.
A little bit of Germanic in me, some Aryan nation.
Right.
I think I'd come out on top of that. I mean, my job might suck. I might not be working with the mentally ill anymore. I might be just putting them in ovens instead. But as long as I was employed, I wouldn't be miserable.
Yeah, just following orders, right?
Just following orders.
Oh God.
Maybe that's the fucking campaign that we should set up and run. Like, Hitler was right. We're gonna fucking restart the Holocaust, and we just need your vote to put us as the president of the States.
Yeah,
I think at that point you might actually see the Electoral College go against the will of the people if the people actually voted for it.
Right. Like, no, man, we're not doing this shit. You know. Yeah, this country, this country should just die. They're fucking voting for that kind of shit.
Oh, Mike, of course, is anti-Trump. If Trump can win, Hitler at least stands a chance. We're saying Hillary Clinton and Sarah Palin running against Hitler would have a chance. That's what we're.
Yeah. As evil as Hitler was, he at least had some charisma.
Yeah, well, and he didn't just randomly pass out and shit.
Yeah, he didn't need to be helped up and down the fucking stairs, fucking passing out and having to be thrown in because it's too hot on a fucking 75-degree day.
Oh shit! Did I just close chat on accident? Damn it! I'm like trying to. Well, you know, like so I have multiple screens. I scan like Twitter to see if anything new comes up or whatever. And when you hover over like a thing that has multiple windows, they all pop up, and you click on the window, and it maximizes that thing.
Oh, right.
I accidentally clicked on just the right part of that little mini window to fucking close the chat, and I'm like, God damn it. That sucks. He did expand Germany's power a lot. Yeah, there you go. Look, all I'm saying is I have the right race. If Hitler was in power, that I wouldn't be too worried. So I'm just saying, you know, like that wouldn't be as concerning for me as it would be for like other people in my family who are not white. They might have some issues.
Right.
God, that'd be fucking awful.
The ones that are absolutely convinced that the Trump-Russia collusion was absolutely happened.
Oh, you know what I really want to see, man? I want to see Hitler as a fucking WWE wrestler. What's up, fuckwad?
That would
Like,
be
that shit
interesting.
would be fucking epic.
Yeah, like fucking Hitler and the Iron Sheik.
Fucking, that would be amazing.
Damn. That's going back a ways, sorry.
Like Hitler just keeping across the fucking canvas to fucking put somebody in, like, what would you call it? Like the Fourth Arm Reich rock or lock or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what kind of weird moves he would have.
All right. What would Hitler's patented wrestling moves be called?
Yeah, Mike has a fair point. People tend to vote for names that they recognize. Hitler, if nothing else, is a very recognizable name.
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing that would get Oprah elected.
We'll rebrand him. He won't be Hitler. He'll be Hipler.
Yeah, Hitler. Jesus Christ.
Like, almost like hipster, but you know, yeah. No. Seriously though, the thing with Hillary Clinton that was concerning, like how bad her health was.
Yeah.
She was just like fucking passing out and going into weird fucking fits and shit. I was like, that's not cool, man. Like,
yeah. Well, that one where she's fucking asking a question and she's like slightly surprised and her head starts bobbing back and forth uncontrolled. Like, yeah, it wasn't quite like violent action, but it was pretty close to that. And you're like, dude, there's something wrong with her. That is not a natural reaction to being startled by somebody, you know? Like, there's something there. There's a major issue there, you know? And again, yeah, you'd see her. They would have to help her go up and down steps, like minor grade steps.
But they always tried to make it look like they weren't helping her.
Yeah, like they were just kind of, you know, their bodyguards or something. I don't know. Right. And there is that one where, like, you see a dude coming up that has like the looks like almost like the EpiPen kind of thing that's ready to inject her, but ends up not doing it, I guess. But you can see a dude pulling it out. Like, there's something that they're supposed to inject her with that's supposed to help her, I guess, like immediately. But there was one of those things where it looked like the dude was ready to do that and then kind of held off at the last second.
Like the anti-corpse solution. Like this is the stuff that keeps her from being, like, you know, fully mummified.
Yeah. But no, there's no doubt. I would be surprised if she makes it another, you know, till the next election. I think she's going to pass away very soon.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Well, I don't really hate to say it because I think she's horrible, but
in a wheelchair or some weird shit.
Yeah, I definitely feel like an idiot though because I fucking loved the fucking Clintons back in the day. You know,
a lot of people did. I mean, dude was gangster. He was getting blowjobs in the fucking Oval Office and shit from like interns smoking fucking cigars that he fucking shoved up some chick's pussy. I mean, not that that's something I'm interested in, and like that sounds kind of gross, but it is pretty gangster still.
Yeah, it does definitely seem pretty fucking gangster for someone else to do it.
Yeah, smoke that cigar all you want, Bill. It just sounds like it would taste and smell kind of really funky and weird.
Right. Oh, God.
Hitler versus FDR in the steel cage only on WWE. Hell in a Cell 2025.
Nice.
That would be good. I'd watch that shit. I'm not really a wrestling fan at all. I don't really watch much of it, but fucking FDR and Hitler wrestling, I'd watch that.
Yeah, check that out, dude. Fuck yeah.
Some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I found this article that was it was a fake story that got run a while ago, but I wanted it to be true.
All right.
This guy, the fake articles, man dug a tunnel from his home to the pub and drank every night while his wife was asleep. And the story goes, a plumber dug like an 800-meter tunnel. It took him like 15 years to get there, and fucking... you know, his wife. He claimed his wife snored too loud, and that's why he's been drinking.
Jesus, dude. Yeah. Fucking.
Yeah.
But it was it was fake. You said.
Oh yeah. No, it was a fake story.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. I can see that fucking. I can see that happening.
And he was glad to be caught because his wife was starting to say he smelled like alcohol, and he's trying to tell her like, no, that's just how I smell, baby.
Right.
So he got tired. He was getting nervous about hiding it and shit, and eventually it found out because he accidentally dug through some of the plumbing area or something like that.
Okay. The plumber made that mistake.
Yeah, no, exactly. Which should tell you, like, obviously it's not a true story. I mean, a plumber would definitely know when he hit like the fucking plumbing pipes and stop.
Yeah, exactly. It's funny though.
But I'm just thinking, like, that makes a little bit of sense, man.
Right.
Mike wants to meet the guy.
Oh man, that would be awesome. You can get the whole neighborhood in on it. Once yours is built, you can add like little auxiliary tunnels to your friend's house so they can get to the bar too.
Oh yeah, like your friends find out and you gotta start building them tunnels.
Right.
That could snowball.
Yeah.
Eventually,
it would not
there's
be
just tunnels
secret
from
for
everyone's fucking house to the bar.
Right. At that point, the tunnels become fucking pointless because everybody's got a fucking tunnel.
Yeah.
Although maybe not. Not really, actually. As long as only the guys knew about it and fucking didn't tell their wives.
You know what though? Like, if you can't get too many people in on that, because sooner or later one guy's going to tell his wife.
Yeah. Somebody's
I
gonna
had to do it, guys. It was wrong. I had to tell her. I didn't feel right about lying to my wife.
Yeah, like you pussy whoop.
Yeah, asshole. You fucked it up for everybody.
Fucking pussy whoop little bitch.
That's the guy you fucking hang up from the fucking tree in the middle of town.
Right. Fucking lynch that motherfucker.
It's from that old shop.
Fucking man, the man cave secrets.
The El Chapo School of Marriage Counseling from fuck what?
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, Mike just wants to meet the guy. I'm like, I don't know, man. He's not real, but if he was real, yeah, that'd be kind of interesting. I'm sure he'd have at least some fun stories about digging the tunnel. Like, how many times did it start to cave in on your ass?
Right. Yeah. You have to reinforce that shit like crazy.
How often did you bring food down there? Did you fucking like beat off in your tunnel? Like is that where you hide your porn too? You know?
Right.
Did it become like a catch-all for all the shit you wanted to get away with? Were you smoking like cigars down there and shit?
Yeah, it'd be interesting, dude.
Wait, no, smoking cigars in a tunnel would be a terrible idea. Never mind.
Yeah, not a lot of ventilation down there.
I was thinking like...
Unless he put in ventilation. He could easily put in ventilation.
15 years to go 800 meters. Oh, you gotta assume he's digging through some rock, too.
Right.
I don't know. Yeah, you'd have to put in some sort of ventilation, because otherwise you'd fucking... I mean, it wouldn't happen the first few times you used it, but eventually the CO2 would build up in there to the point where you wouldn't be able to survive.
Right. Yeah, it'd become eventually toxic. No oxygen left. It's your fucking own breathed out, exhaled CO2 down there.
Oh, Mike's is getting divorced sounds a lot easier at that point. Yeah. I mean, that's one of those things that's weird about like those weird shows you see, like the killer wives or killer husbands and stuff.
Right.
Like how much work they go to try to get their spouse killed, and it's like divorce is so much easier than that, and you're really not likely to go to jail for a divorce.
Yeah, especially for the women. Like the women, they got like fucking bandits, generally speaking, in a divorce court. So yeah, it's more fucking bitter and vengeful than anything. Usually, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, women are fucking nuts.
like those people that fucking destroy somebody's property because they caught the person cheating. I don't understand that one either. Oh, hey, what's up, Mad Metal Man? How are you a pariah of the internet? That is something I'm curious of.
Yeah, something happened specifically, or is this just in general we're talking
about? But yeah, like the girlfriend who burns her like boyfriend's clothes or fucking wrecks his car with like a fucking golf club or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I don't get that. Like I've been really angry over shit like that, but I don't think I'd ever go to that. I can't imagine why I would ever go to that point. My always is just like, I just never want to be around that person again.
Yeah. Yeah, the bitch that fucking ran over her fucking husband like 5 times, ended up cutting the wheel and just doing circles and fucking running dude over. Like, dude, how do you fucking do that to somebody, dude? I fucking definitely had points where I absolutely fucking hated my fucking ex with a passion. But goddamn, I never fucking, I don't know, man. I could never see fucking doing something like that. It's just nuts, dude.
Maybe I don't love people enough.
Yeah. It's not hardcore enough, dude. You gotta love hard. Whatever bullshit.
Mad Metal Man says he does stuff and makes enemies, so we'll have to be satisfied with that.
That's fine.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Mike brings up a valid point. To be fair, some of those people deserve at least some of it. I don't disagree. Like if you're just burning like your girlfriend's clothes or your boyfriend's clothes or something, like because they cheated on you, like my cunt of an ex-wife he follows up with.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say you should know better than make a statement like that. There can be fucking people that are absolute fucking assholes who are still bitter and fucking vindictive against people for, when they haven't really done anything wrong other than maybe reject them and leave them. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's fascinating to me.
Truly awful people and really do deserve to have like their clothes burned.
Right. Like they treat somebody like shit, and and that person ends up leaving them, and they're fucking pissed at that person for leaving them, even though they fucking treated them like shit.
I was watching a video where it was like woman logic, and it was like if I cheat, it's because he didn't pay enough attention to me, and if he cheated, it's because he's a terrible person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so fucking true, man. Like, no, you're fucking horrible. Yeah, I don't know, man.
We need legalized prostitution. I think that would solve a lot of these issues. You could be in a loveless, awful marriage if you just gotta get laid every couple of weeks,
Yeah. You go out and fuck someone who, well, even just the fucking's fine, but like, even if they just pretended to understand your bullshit feelings.
A couple of minutes. Yeah, they're like, all right.
Yeah, because I believe there is a little bit of an aspect of that to the visiting hookers. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I watched a documentary on prostitutes. The ones that do like the Craigslist ads and have like they're not like standing out on the street fucking selling pussy to like random strangers. They have like a fucking like a set of people that they regularly go back and forth with.
Right.
And a lot of these girls are saying, look, man, a lot of these dudes are just lonely. Their wives are dead or they're divorced. They don't want to go through the ordeal of dating, but they just want somebody to be close with.
Right.
And so there's almost as much. It's almost as much of an emotional connecting thing as the physical aspect of it.
Right. And it can absolutely be just a physical thing as well. I'm not discounting that. But
Of course not. They never said all of their clients were like that. They only said a lot of their clients.
Right.
So I would assume that some of the clients just want to fuck.
Yeah. Indeed. But good for them.
a lot of the emotional stuff you see, I think you see a lot of that with the sugar daddy kind of thing, where it's like some older guy that has a bunch of fucking money.
Oh, right.
And they're lonely and old, and so like some young girl like basically plays on that and gives them all the attention and shit. So they just buy her all the shit.
Yeah, or Findom, almost a Findom relationship.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah, I fucking. Oh god, that reminded me. I actually asked the dude I was talking about that kept bragging about how much fucking shit he had, how much money he had. I asked him if he was into Findom.
You know, hey,
if he, I was like, hey man, our clan is looking for a pay piggy. Are you into Findom?
Did he get it, or was he just like fucking?
A lot of people didn't. I literally had to explain what fucking financial domination was, because only about maybe a third of the fucking crowd got it.
That was your experience at being like Stabby when Stabby is explaining horribly inappropriate things that he's found on the internet.
Right. But I was just like, guys, seriously, go look it up. It's fucking hilarious. Because I don't know, because it's not always sexual, right? With the Findom, it's
very rarely sexual. It is, but there's no like,
there's no actual fucking.
Yeah, there's no fucking. It's a real weird fucking thing. Man.
Yeah, it's almost like a tease fetish or something. It's weird. It's bizarre. I don't know. I find it endlessly fucking funny, dude.
Or like the cucking thing.
Yeah,
the chastity and the cucking thing.
All right. Yeah, I don't get that shit either.
There's some dudes who get off on just having their junk locked in like a chastity belt and not being allowed.
That's amazing.
To fucking like come or to like fuck anybody.
Yeah.
But they get teased. So there is a sexual aspect to that for sure because they get teased the whole time. But
I don't know, man. I don't get it. Well, again, I guess I'm fortunate enough to have a relatively healthy sexual. I don't want to say appetite, but whatever. It seems unhealthy to me to be into that shit, but maybe not. Maybe it doesn't.
Well, I think with the teasing one, like with the teasing one where they lock them in like the chassis things, eventually the dude comes.
Right.
So it's like a long build up. So I mean, I'm not. It doesn't sound very appealing, but I get it.
Yeah, it's almost like a delayed gratification kind of thing.
But the cucking part, I don't understand. Like, why you would want to watch somebody else fuck your wife or your girlfriend?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's bizarre, dude.
That one I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever, man. It's none of my fucking business with 2 people or 3 people or whatever number of people are consenting to all together. I don't really care.
Right. Weird. But why would you want to watch it? What in your fucking mind makes that a fucking? I don't even know if it is I assume they're getting some kind of pleasure out of it. Although I've heard a lot of them are in the fucking closet like crying as it's happening. So maybe not. No, seriously, I've heard that, dude.
They just go over in the corner and fucking cry while they're again watching their wife get railed. Yeah, that'd be fucking weird for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. It's a weird fucking thing, man. To be into that, to fucking.
Well, then how messed up is the wife in that case?
Right.
Like, even though the guy says he's into it, at a certain point, don't you got to be like, yeah, but I'm not married to some other dude. Like, that's weird.
Yeah, I don't want to fuck a bunch of other fucking dudes. While you're in the fucking sitting in the fucking closet. Ugh. Yeah, it's just fucking bizarre, man.
Oh, Zinsoka makes a good point. Oh, Noob Killer says Femdom can be hard to watch. No joke. But no, that's actually a really good point. He says, I wonder if the cuck thing is getting big because so many people learn about sex through porn, watching others.
Yeah, well, that's an interesting idea, man.
Definitely possible, man. That makes sense.
Well, that's the thing is like anybody that is in that kind of field as far as psychology is like, the prevalence of porn the easy availability of porn now is really fucking with interpersonal relationships and intimate relationships.
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're kind of getting at the very beginning of that, because it's only been a few years since you could easily get porn on your phone or whatever. It's really again fucking with people's relationships, man, or how that shit goes down. So we're kind of living in a time that's dramatically changing interpersonal relationships.
What is it? Clerks 2 has a fair point that they go over where it's Dante and Randall. Randall's talking about fucking I guess in New Jersey, 17 is legal age of consent.
Mm-hmm.
So he's talking about banging 17-year-olds at the fucking burger joint that they work at. And then he's talking about how they're so crazy they'll even go like ass to mouth, where you fuck them in the ass and then you start getting blowjob from them. And Randall's like, that's what they want. It's crazy. And then the other guy's like, dude, you'd never do that. That's fucked up. Like sort of like but it illustrates sort of like the older generation is like looking at the younger generation's proclivities, going like, the fuck is wrong with you?
Right.
Like how weird and different that is, because I would like that would never be something I would think would be terribly appropriate.
Right. Yeah, it's really that's what the kids are into, I guess. Fuck.
Yep.
But yeah, apparently it's just a hookup culture where they're like, okay, yeah, if you want to meet and we'll fuck, but that's pretty much it. If not, I'll be here masturbating to porn.
I mean, how fucking weird is it though that at any given point somebody could just change their mind after they've been in a relationship with you for like a year and claim you're a rapist, and then you're going to deal with the consequences of that. You know what I mean?
That is true, man.
Want that.
Yeah. If you got that kind of shit hanging over your head, as you're fucking, she's suddenly like, oh, now I changed my mind. Like, you know how fucking difficult it is for a dude to stop fucking? Like, god damn, that is oh my, that is not easy.
So yeah, I do know. It's not
right.
No.
Yeah, you're probably familiar. But yeah, ladies out there, it takes an incredible amount of willpower to stop fucking once we start fucking.
40, Mike. I need to see 50 different women naked at once to get aroused anymore.
Jesus, dude. All right. Damn.
I think Mad Metal, man. Kids these days promoting cucking, eating Tide Pods, snorting condoms. I have no hope for the future.
Right. Yeah, we are fucked as a society. That's a given, dude.
Oh yeah.
Like maybe just out of sheer momentum, we got another 30 or 40 years. But if after that, we're done.
Well, I'm pretty concerned with like the group or the generation that seems to be all about like communism, and it's like we don't need guns and free speech laws, free the First and Second Amendment are bullshit kind of attitude. Is like
that is
hating America. That's a really disturbing.
Yeah,
like that's really disturbing to me.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. Yeah, like it's as much as you kind of make fun of them for being idiots. Like, that is a pretty goddamn common mindset.
Well, it seems to be like really like just one generation. So I'm hoping that it'll sort of like get stymied, and I think there's a silent majority that's not really into it as much.
Right.
And there's always the potential that like the majority of them will kind of grow out of the sort of stupidity of buying into that sort of mindset.
Yeah, and again, the younger generation is kind of, because my son looks at those people and just fucking, just laughs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Exactly. Well, they're fucking comical. I mean, seriously.
Right. So there is that kind of hope. Like I said, I think that younger generation is seeing how crazy they are, and kind of automatically or almost instinctively rejecting whatever the fuck they're trying to push on them.
Boy, it's almost like the 70s to the 80s. You know, the 70s, you know, free love, hippie culture, basically communism and stuff like that. You know, they were forming communes all over the place, for God's sakes.
Right, right.
Then 80s culture was all about like big business, cocaine, fucking, you know, the me generation or something like that. A lot of people called them, but basically like, let's make some money and have real jobs kind of deal.
Yeah, the greed generation.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if it's going to be a similar kind of situation where it's the little, we have a brief bump with the communist hate America nonsense that lasts for like a couple of years, and then boom, this next generation comes in like hardcore. We're like, yeah, you guys are jokes. You're not in charge. You're too stupid. You know.
Right. Yeah, like I said, it seems to be getting better, dude. The younger, you know, the kids like in their early to mid-teens, that area.
Yeah,
seem to understand how ridiculous all that shit is.
It's pretty nice. I see a lot of that on VR chat, but that might just be because it's the internet, so they're more inclined
right
on the internet.
Yeah. And again, that could be the area I live in too, because there's not a whole lot of, you know, talk about fucking transgender and, you know, the way they are in California where they're actually talking about that shit with fucking 5 and 6, 7-year-olds. Yeah, none of that's going on where I'm at.
I want to get the fuck out.
I don't blame you, man.
Save up my money and get the hell out of California. Jesus Christ. That shit is getting weird. Man, every couple of minutes now, I'm watching my mouse just dance around on the screen. I have to get a new mouse. I think this one's like 4 or 5 years old, so.
Yeah, this one had a good run, dude.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, not a big deal.
You should bury that thing with honors. Full 21 gun salute.
Let's say Mad Metal Man for Fuckwad. People are the same dumb creatures they've always been. The illusion of intelligence comes from the incremental creep upward of technology built during the relative calm of modern times.
Yeah, you know, that's a good point. Scott Adams, who did the Dilbert cartoons, comics, had a good point. Yeah. We're basically a civilization of billions of dumbass apes, you know, living in a civilization that was formed by a few thousand smart people.
Yeah.
You know, like there's just a few geniuses essentially that created all this fucking technology, and the rest of us are just dumbasses just kind of stumbling through shit.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Well, that's why we want sex bots, because they'll do better than humanity.
Your mouse has become sentient from witnessing so much porn in video games.
That's possible.
It's pretty good, Sensoka.
No. Mike says, communism, like many other things, has its place. Taxes are a form of communism, for example. I'm a firm believer in mixed economy.
Yeah.
Like you want as much of a free market as you can have, but you also have to like balance out for like corruption and fraud.
Right. Yeah. Well, you think about it, library is a good example of like a communist or socialist kind of idea.
Public transportation.
Yeah.
Police, firemen. That, you know, if you're talking totally free market, then all of those things would be things you pay for yourself.
Right.
You wouldn't go through like a government to do
it. Indeed.
So yeah, so to me, it's all about mixed economy. You
right.
Balance everything out.
Yeah.
Because the last thing you want to do is set up a situation where, like, we're back to like child labor and shit.
Right.
And then we also don't want to go to the point where, you know, it doesn't fucking matter how much work, you're not going to get any reward for working harder, so nobody does any work.
Yeah.
Because it's a similar concept to like the why innocent until proven guilty is so important.
Right.
Because innocent until proven guilty is so important because if innocence is not proof against being incarcerated, then there's no longer any value to being innocent.
Right.
So there's no reason for people
People
not to commit
arrested.
crimes and be innocent to stay out of jail if they're going to go to jail regardless of innocence.
Right.
Then there's going to be a lot more people committing crimes.
Right. Yeah.
It's similar. It's like if there's no benefit to me working hard, then why would I ever want to work?
Yeah. No, it's definitely one of the main issues. Is like if I'm gonna get paid the same regardless, what is my incentive to work harder? What, pride? Like, fuck that.
Well, I mean, it's not even like, and at that point, like, I don't think anybody would even be proud of the work, because a lot of the times when they, and this is only in like full communism we're talking about here. We're not talking about like, I don't know. We're not talking about like half-assed, but a lot of the times they basically removed a lot of the products from the market that people don't absolutely need to have. You know what I mean? So like, there's not like 50 different kind of video games. There's not, all these different like TVs and stuff. There might be like one brand of TV, and it would be like Mother Russia TV. There'd be like one channel, and it would just have like propaganda all day. And there'd be like one company that makes radios.
Right. Yeah, and again, there'd be no incentive to improve it because there's no competition. Yeah.
So obviously, like, that's the downside there.
Right. But yeah, no, shit like libraries, public transportation, etc. Obviously, the police force, fire, etc. Yeah, definitely.
Forms of communism and socialism. Socialism, like you got welfare system, you got the unemployment, workers' comp. Those are all the kind of socialist things. And by and large, a lot of those things are not bad. The problem is the government got too much control over them, is usually what goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's become pretty clear that, one of the parties right now is essentially using a lot of those benefits to basically buy votes.
Mm-hmm.
So, they've slowly fucking destroyed the education system and the economy to the point where more and more people need government assistance, and they're the only ones that want to give it to you.
Right.
And so,
yeah, helps keep them in power. You're going to keep voting for people that keep giving you free shit.
Oh yeah. Mike says you just want to limit ourselves because we're afraid of using something attached to a bad level. No, absolutely not, man. I don't think any of the things that the systems are good. I mean, straight capitalism leads to things like slavery and child labor and like the oil barons and company towns. I mean, they all have negative aspects. I just think a lot of people don't acknowledge.
Well, yeah, I don't even know if it's that. It's just the fact that people are involved.
Oh yeah, well, just different ways that the natural corruption of people can succeed in that particular system.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like there are 3 different shaped holes in 3 different nets, and each different shaped hole allows a different form of corruption to leak through.
Right.
So like for communism, it's this kind of corruption. For socialism, it's this other kind, and for capitalism, it's this third kind of corruption.
Yeah, you got to figure out some way, and there really isn't a way to fucking completely remove corruption, but you still got to find some way to limit how much influence the corruption can have, I guess.
Yeah. Sensoka says it well, I think. Take the bits that work and leave as much of the shitty stuff as you can.
Yeah, excise as much of that bullshit as you can.
Yeah. I don't mind paying taxes if I know that they're genuinely to help, like, the military be funded, and police and fire departments, and people that genuinely have are hit hard times through no fault of their own.
Right.
Somebody lost their job. It was just a shitty situation. I'm not against them taking some benefits from the government.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to see people do like the lifetime thing unless it's absolutely necessary. I mean, that's a lot of people who are on that really don't need to be for the rest of their lives kind of thing.
Yeah, it should be something to fucking help out while you get back on your feet or whatever.
To at
It
least
should not be a
encourage
fucking lifestyle.
Helping finding jobs that person can do. You know, if it's like a mom who has like 10 kids or something, like figure out some sort of daycare so that she can get out and work.
Yeah, or something where she can maybe get away with working at home or whatever, you know, find fucking solutions.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
We're solving all the world's problems today.
Yay! I'm super tired, so apparently that's what makes me positive instead of just fucked up.
Yeah, dude, I am fucking out of it too, so it's not just me, huh? I'm like kind of nodding off. Well, last night I took sleeping pills, and apparently I'm still got a little bit of a hangover from them. I'm fucking nodding off here pretty fucking regularly.
See, my thing is, I was playing video games like a lot over the last week.
Yeah.
Playing like a lot of that Sea of Thieves shit, and so like I stayed up pretty late.
No, actually, that was part of it. Part of it for me too, because I took the sleeping pills, and then I stumbled across a dude that had all the resources or whatever. So I was like fighting off fucking sleep from the sleeping pills as I'm trying to attack this dude to get enough money or get enough shit to upgrade. So yeah, again, my own fault, dude, but still, fucking exhausted.
But you got the stuff.
I got the stuff. Finally upgraded my goddamn wall. I've been working on for fucking a week and a half.
Since Zoka plays Skyrim, too much Skyrim VR. Is that worth it? Is Skyrim VR worth the extra money? Because Skyrim is a fun fucking game.
Yeah, pretty fucking great by itself, dude, without VR.
Yeah, that was a fun game. I still go back and play it every so often.
No, I don't, because once I start playing, it sucks me back in, dude.
Yeah, oh, fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, like my son got the special edition, the Skyrim SC special edition for the PS4. I have been fighting off the urge to play it because I don't want to fucking start that again. I mean, I do, so that's why I don't. You know what I mean? Like, I want to fucking start playing again, but I know I shouldn't do it.
I just started another game in special edition, so yeah.
Yeesh. No, again, I think I
even have mods that work for it. Holy shit! Sorry, that just kind of blew my mind that the VR Skyrim would have mods that work.
Oh wow! I know the PS4 has a lot of available mods like for free. Son plugs in. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Mike got a sale. Sales in Sea of Thieves are super fucking expensive. Like the sales and the ship customizations. They're like hundreds of thousands of gold versus like the 5,000 or 6,000 gold that you're spending for a lot of like the outfits and shit.
Oh, gotcha. So you got to really grind and save up for that shit, huh?
Yep. Well, like the two best ways to get money quick are probably the God damn it, brain freeze. The Gold Hoarders quest and the skull hunting quests.
All right.
So it's super easy just to go dig up a chest or like kill a skeleton captain. But if you really want to make good money, the Traders Guild is probably the best way to make big money quick. But you have to preload. You have to get a bunch of stuff done. And then you have to spend at least 2 or 3 hours after you spent like an hour preparing.
Oh, gotcha.
In order to make it come out profitable, that much profit. Essentially, you got to buy a bunch of their quests, cancel them after you've gotten all the cages, then go out and take all the cages and catch just as big a variety of animals as you can. And then you can just bang out quest after quest after quest without having to stop back at a outpost every single time, and then go out and look for animals every time. So you just go from outpost to outpost to outpost, and it's super quick. And you can cancel all the ones that don't have high payoffs.
Oh, right.
So
like if it's not worth your time, you're like, fuck that.
Yeah, you get more money for turning in like a golden pig or a golden chicken. So get a bunch of those, and then just get a little variety of the rest. And then any quest that doesn't have at least 1 or 2 golden animals, just fucking check it and pick another one up until you get the one you want.
Yeah.
And the quests are so cheap that it doesn't really affect your final profit. the amount of money you get by waiting for a really profitable mission is way more than the offset of how many quests you cancel.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
But you need at least like 2 people to do it. It's really not possible with 1.
Yeah.
It's better with 4. If you can get 4 people, it's really good. But 2 people can do it.
Yeah. Sounds interesting.
Yeah, I know. Too much. I'm too fucking into this game.
No, you're me. I start explaining the fucking game I'm playing too, and I do the same shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's interesting to us, but the crowd watching probably not so much.
Yeah. Well, it's like the best way to sink the boats is to at least get one person onto the other boat so that you can kill the people when they're trying to repair.
Oh, right.
And there's really not a lot of point to just shooting people with cannonballs over and over. You're just wasting, like, you're going to end up spending like an hour fighting, and it's a huge waste of time. If you're trying to sink a boat, you want to put like 3 holes in it and then fucking board the boat.
Right. Yeah, because if not, they're just constantly repairing, right? And you're never going to.
And they're shooting back, and you're constantly repairing, and it just becomes a war of attrition.
Right. Until eventually you run out of cannonballs.
Exactly, or you run out of boards to repair with, and you can't repair the holes anymore. Because you can run out of cannonballs, and then you can still ram the other ship.
Oh, right.
And you can put holes in them that way, or you can trick them into like running aground, but still, like, essentially you're going to run them out of boards, and they can have up to 100 boards on the boat.
Right.
Or technically 120 if everybody had a full set in their inventory, plus all their supplies. So, I mean, just imagine like how long it would take to put, 121 holes in a fucking boat.
Yeah.
While you're sailing around and fucking.
Yeah, it gets pretty fucking tedious, I would imagine.
Yeah, it's not a lot of point.
Yeah.
Damn, we're running out of steam.
Yeah, dude, I really am fucking exhausted, dude. I really am. Like, literally, it's been like 2 to 3 times at least where I've literally nodded off for like a half second, dude.
You're actually falling asleep?
Yeah, dude, I'm literally nodding off. I mean, it's really quick, but like I'm literally standing up to try to keep myself fucking awake, dude.
Oh, okay, well, we probably, if you're falling asleep, we should probably call it. We've done almost 2 hours.
Yeah, we got a couple hours in, dude. That's good for a Thursday stream.
As much as I hate to call it too short, but yeah, if you're falling asleep, then call it off.
Yeah, I promise I will be well rested for Sunday stream.
There you go. Yeah. Sunday at 10:30, or no, not 10:30, 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know why I was saying 10:30.
Yeah, it used to be.
Yeah, exactly, because it used to be. So 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're coming back at you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.